Hello and welcome. We are live with the Indoor Specialist Team Series. Watching the A race right now. Right now we're clicked on Leandro Massinio, the Poison Dart Frog. We're doing 3 laps of Tock. If you're not familiar with this course, don't worry. Nobody is familiar with this course. 3 laps, around 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes per lap. I did this course earlier this morning. I know the course. I know what to expect. A couple points to look out for. 5K, there's a little riser. 10K, there's a little riser. And then 13K, a little riser. So the course is completely flat. And when I say a little riser, I don't mean, you know, a 5 or 10% grade. I mean a 2 or 3% grade. So these are minuscule little grades that everyone will be on the lookout for. Right now we're clicked on the Poison Dart Frog. But I have something special for you. I don't just have myself broadcasting this one race. I have 4 riders, like usual, and I want to do a slow unveil to which 4 riders we have. Below me, he needs no introduction. Team Finesse, Johnny Rocket, everyone knows him. Over 400 Zwift races, been in a live event, can win any race at any time, at any moment. A puncher, a great ambassador for the sport. So that's Johnny Rocket. Let's see if we can find him. I see him in the front pack. We're watching his face. We're watching the suffering. There's 54 riders in the A race. Each category started separately. I see a lot of names. Sanjath, he got 2nd place in the earlier race this morning. I know this man can sprint at 17 plus watts per kilogram. I know Stefan Kirchmeier, he's been on the live broadcast. A lot of heavy hitters in this ride. Is this... I don't know who this rider is. This is probably Greg Leo here. Here's the Rocket on the front in the neon yellow kip, and there's Henderson, Cryogen. So I saw 3 Cryogen riders. This is a team race. The top 3 riders for your team will score. I see Dig Deep Coaching, Dan Fleeman. Dan Fleeman's been on the broadcast. All of these heavy hitters are here, and of course Leandro Massinio, more Cryogen. Okay, and now here's the second unveil. At Indoor Specialists, we're all about all the riders, not just A's, but also B's. So let me show you who else I'm working with. Okay, so in the top left, we have Johnny Rocket. He's an A. On the right side, we have Marlene Bierhead, who is a B rider. Let's see if we can click back to the B's. The B's are doing 2 laps. Here's the B pack. Cataline, dirt rider. I'm familiar with a lot of these guys. This B pack is a big pack, and like I said, this course is completely flat. Not many people are familiar with this. Marlene is in the top right. She's live. We can see it in her face. She looks very calm, very collected. We see her every morning in the morning grind. She's a familiar rider, and she has the experience. Below her is Mr. Andrew Robertson, Team TFC. I see a lot of TFC jerseys here, and you can see him riding the TFC jersey in real life. So it looks like 71 B riders, and we're watching 2 of them on the right side of the screen. I'm looking for, here's Andy Hatfield, New Heights. Let's give all these guys ride-ons. The B's are doing 2 laps of Tock, and like I said, it's completely flat. And when I say completely flat, I mean completely flat. The points I mentioned earlier were 5K, 10K, and 13K. Those are the points of slight increases. It's not significant, it's just ever so slightly. And then I don't want to forget Mr. Dave Clarkson. He's a C rider, and that's what we're about, Indoor Specialists. We're about highlighting all the riders. So let me click back. Here's the C pack. I want to find Dave Clarkson. I see a lot of Cryogen riders, which is great to see. Cryogen has that blue striped Tour of Pier jersey. I believe Tam Burns is the leader of this team. Let's look for Clarkson. And if you can look in the top right, you can sort of see this mini map of blue dots. And that means they're all still together. And I see a lot of 3.2s, 3.0s. Here you go. Here's Dave Clarkson. Okay, we're watching Dave with the Tron bike, blue Tron bike. They're 3 minutes into the race. The C's are doing 2 laps. It'll take them about 55 minutes to finish this. I only know it because I did the race earlier this morning. So we're watching Dave Clarkson on the bottom left. Dave Clarkson has been riding a bike longer than I've been alive. So let's find Dave. Let me give Dave a little shout out. There's Dave. He's been riding bikes for 35 years. I'm not quite 30 years old yet. Huge shout out to Dave. on Team Cryogen, does triathlons, has 2 kids, 2 boys. He's here. He's showing us he's got what it takes. Look at the suffering on his face. He loves Zwift. He's riding it all the time. Big shout out to Dave. Let's click back up to the B pack. I want to talk about Andrew Robinson, because Andrew is normally side by side with his 14-year-old son, and that's why we have Andrew on today, because it's probably the coolest story on Zwift. Andrew and his son ride side by side on Zwift together, a father-son duo, kicking ass and taking names on Zwift together. Both Team TFC, British. Right now, I think his son had a little bike accident in the real world, so he's not here today, but I think he's going to make an appearance later on. So if you don't know Andrew Robinson, give him a ride on, follow him. Him and his son are out here tag teaming Zwift on Team TFC. And then finally, I want to find Marlene. I'm looking for her last name, Bierhead. Let me click on Marlene's picture right here. Okay, there's Marlene. Marlene has some great lighting behind her. Oh, I just saw her. There she is. She's on Team Vixen. Marlene is a regular on the grind. She was 2nd in the Swedish National Championship. She can sprint at 12.8. So if she can be in this pack at the end, she's done my group ride, Sprint-A-Palooza. We host it every Friday. It's dirt, Sprint-A-Palooza. She can sprint at close to 13 watts per kilogram. And no matter what you do, it's going to come down to a sprint finish. So you want to look out for Marlene. If she can stay in the pack, recover. Here she is. Let's give her a ride on. She has this little Fuego flat segment jersey, which is one of the coolest jerseys. This is the first point of a little riser. So right now it just came to a 1% incline. You can see in the top right, they're going down now. But you can see it's a little stretched out in the top right in the mini map, but nothing too significant. Let's see if any riders fell off the back, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, so a couple are stringing out. So this is the second B pack. So it looks like there may have been 3 or 4 off the back, but I'm not quite sure. Let's click back up to the A's. Here's Andrew. Let's go back up to the A's and find the Rocket. So the A's are doing 3 laps, whereas everyone else is only doing 2. So the A's have a long ride ahead of them. Okay, here's the Rocket in a perfect spot. Let's check him out. Let's see how he's looking. Okay, heart rate 165. We know he has a low cadence, 84 RPMs. He's looking very smooth inside this pack. This is really a drafter's race. So if you can draft properly and sort of avoid the front, this could be your race. It's just about the time. It's over an hour long, so it's a long effort. This is really the spot to make team moves. Oh, so I see Greg Leo. And I thought I saw another turbo rider. So I don't know if they're... Okay, Gavin Dempster. Okay, so he's wearing the draft jersey, so I don't know if there's going to be enough for them to score points on the team. But if I'm just looking at the jerseys, it looks like I could see Cryogen has at least 3. TFC has at least 3. Let's see who else. Does KRT have 3? I'm looking at... Okay, it looks like Draft might have 3. And then possibly BRT has 3. So again, this is a team race. That's why I'm counting to 3, because 3 riders score. Your top 3 riders score. Below me is Johnny Rocket. He's in this pack. He's sitting comfortably on the back. I know Sanjoth is a Kirkmeyer rider, and I saw Stefan in here also. I wonder if they have a third too, because it's going to be all about that third rider in the points. So you see these little initials next to them. That's what I'm checking out to see if any of these riders are on the same team. Okay, so right now they're getting to the dinosaur, and once they pass that little lookout right in front of them, that should be just more flat roads. See, I almost got you. It's just all flat roads in front of you. Just when you think it's going to go uphill, it's just more flat roads. So this could be a really slow race. I see heart rates in the 140s for third wheel. Great guy. I believe this is Martin here. Let's check out the Rockets. Greenlaw 146 heart rate. Oh, here's another Kirkmeyer rider. So they have 3. They're in this team standings too. So they'll be working together. I wonder if Cryogen will do some sort of team sacrificing because they have the numbers. Oh, I see this Raw Riders. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but they definitely have 3 riders. So I think I counted about 6+ teams, and I know I definitely missed a few, which is great to see. Okay, clicking back, not much is going to go on for the next 50 minutes. Looks like still 52 riders in this APAC. I'm just checking out the comments, so drop me a comment. I'm here. Just clicking around to the A's. That first real opportunity to make any moves is right around 10 kilometers. And it's not even a real spot to make a move. It's right when you get into the forest after the desert area. It's only a 2 or 3% incline for probably 500 meters to 1K. But it looks like someone is making a move at the front. I saw someone getting out of the saddle. Let me click up to see if I see any red numbers. The dart will be on it if there is a move. I almost guarantee it. And it looks like the dart's now on Team TFC, which is a huge get by Team TFC. So they'll be very strong now. Here goes 40. Okay, so 40 loves to make the breakaways. I did a 3-hour race with him and he loved to sit on the front for any breakaways. Okay, let's see, Marcher, Greg Leo's gonna go with that, Gavin Dempster. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Look in the top right, you can see the 3%. That's as hard as it's gonna get. So they only have about 500 meters to make this work. Right now you can see the dots in the top right. It's strung out, but I don't see any gaps. We're gonna need some more red numbers to really make anything work. Let me click back. There might be a little air between Dan Fleeman and the group right in front of them. Again, below me is a Rocket. He's just getting out of the saddle. I don't think any moves are gonna be possible with this. So they're going to go right around this bend, and then it's just going to flatten out again. This is where those cones are, where Zwift has been teasing us. Another turnoff is coming. I'm just clicking back to see if anyone's getting caught off guard. The draft looks still intact. I don't know if this Sigurdsson TFC was dropped. Back to the front. Gaida, another draft rider. So Draft has the numbers to win this team race. But nothing. Now it's downhill. So now they're going downhill for a while. They're going to go downhill across the bridge, then they're going to go downhill again. So it's a double downhill. That's why you really need to make a move at that spot. And now that I don't see a move, maybe a couple riders caught off the bat. Hall will give him a ride on, and Abel's Racing. Let's click back up. So it looks like 2 TFC riders have fallen off, but there's plenty of riders here. 46. There were 52 earlier, so 6 have fallen off. Sanjath is still there. Like I said, he got 2nd place by a nose earlier this morning, so he's back for round 2 for redemption. I know he can sprint at over 17. I believe he's probably got the fastest sprint here. But we know guys like Gavin Dempster, Greg Leo, all these guys can sprint. It's just if they can sprint after an hour. Okay, moving up. A couple more out of the saddle. Greg Leo with the red numbers. But this is not the spot because downhill is coming right here under this tunnel. So a lot of these guys haven't ridden this course enough, so the places to attack aren't as clearly defined as they normally are. Normally, the places to attack are the uphills of 5% or greater, but there are no places like that in this course. And if there are, people haven't ridden the TikTok course enough to know it. So this is a rare time in Zwift where no one knows the course, so everyone's trying to do something whenever there's an opportunity. Okay, Bjorn Ossenbrink from the Diesel. I saw a few more Diesel riders in here. Okay, not much. I want to see if I can grab the Bs because we do have 2 other B riders here. We have Marlene and we also have Andrew Robinson. So let's click back a little bit because they're in this water tunnel. It will be flat for about 3 or 4 more minutes. Okay, so here's the front of the B pack. I see a little gap here. I wonder if... Here's my man New Heights. Now New Heights did the earlier morning race. Did phenomenal. Okay, here's Marlene. Let's check out Marlene. Marlene's looking good. 184 heart rate, a little high, but I think she's under control. Oh, and she's right next to Andrew Robinson. 155 heart rate. Here's Andrew. Team TFC, rocking the real life TFC jerseys. The father-son combo of Zwift. Still a lot of TFC, still a lot of cryogen. I think I saw 3 dirt. I saw New Heights, Logan, and Sharky. Okay, so 3 dirts, 3 TFC, 3 cryogen. It looks like 3 Kirk Meyer. Here's 2. So there has to be a 3rd in here somewhere. If we look at these jerseys, a lot of times the same teammates will wear the same jerseys. So if I can sneak a peek, it's so hard to tell. I don't know if I saw 3. I do see 3 pink, I do see 3 TFC, and I do see 3 cryogen. So right now they're going in the downhill. Okay, let's grab back up to the A's because they're probably coming out of this water tunnel. And that's where there'll be a little incline. So they probably went around home tree right now. Not much is going on. Again, 3 laps for the A's, 2 for the B's, and 2 for the C's. I believe the A's finished in around 65 minutes for the earlier session this morning. There's 3 races throughout the day. This is the Team Celebration Series. We're live on Facebook, twitch.tv/indoor specialist, and YouTube. You can find us on any of those. There's still 46 riders in this A-Pack. It's going to be a long flat race. Not much action in terms of attacking hills is going to happen. I did this race earlier. I kind of know what to expect. I'm only a B rider, so it's not nearly as hard as the A race. And here's the last opportunity on this loop to make a move. The final uphill coming out of the tunnel. Let's click to the front. Do we see any red numbers? Let's see. Nick Hurd on the front. Still only a 155 heart rate. I can see it getting strung out, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. But I don't know if this is a move or it's just an increase of pace during the uphill. Okay, so here everyone goes together once again. And the time to make a move is probably right now. After the hill, everyone needs a second to recover. But if you can catch them off guard, 40 on the front pushing the pace. Greg Leo's back there, right on the wheels. 174 heart rate, gonna grab it up to 500 watts. There they go. They're trying to make something happen. It looks like, is there daylight? I don't know. I'm checking the comments right next to me, so feel free to jump in the race with a comment. I'm looking at the names, see if anyone significant is not holding on to this pace. Who is on the front? Who is pushing this? It looks like Pilu, a non-country affiliated rider, is pushing this pace, and I do see a little bit of daylight right here. Awesome, Brink. So is Cambier going to be able to close this for the whole pack? I don't know. Let's see. This could be the race right here. There's so many riders behind him. Wow. He just pulled back the entire pack single-handedly. So there they are together once again. Is anyone on the front going to push it for one last time for an attack? Gavin Dempster, 4.2. I don't think that's really enough to make a move. So once again, we had 46 before that exit. Now we have, let's see, 39. Let's check on our A rider, Johnny Rocket. Okay, he's suffering. But he's there. He's there. He's good. Woo! Okay, I kind of sweat for a little bit, but he is there. Johnny Rocket looking smooth at 36th place. So we had 42, and now we have 41. So we only dropped one rider, or did we have 46? I think we had 46. Okay, whatever the case, we have 41 right now, and Cambier's on the back. Another attack on the front, just relentless. It's because there are no chances to attack to make breaks. So everyone's just going to be constantly attacking. It's this non-affiliated rider again. Someone help me out. Is this legit? Do we count it? Are we not counting it? Hit me with a comment. Yes, you missed the climb. The 1 second climb. Gakes, Marcher, and Greg Leo are in a pack of 3 seconds ahead of the group. Is Greg Leo going to get this wheel? This rider is not on Zwift Power. I mean, he's not on Z Power, but is he on Zwift Power? I'm going to see if I can check ZwiftPower.com quickly. Okay, this rider got DQ'd already. Okay, I guess the heart rate is... Okay, yeah, so this rider is not legit. Okay, so let's ignore this rider if we can, because they already got DQ'd on Zwift Power. Okay, so let's focus on Marcher, Greg Leo, and this Cryogen rider, Jiri, trying to bridge the gap right now. Oh, Gakes is there from Dutch Diesel. Let's take a look at Marcher also. I'm only a B rider, so I'm not familiar with the guys at the top. I don't see Marcher in... Oh, Mark Shaw? Is this Marcher? Let's click it. Oh no, I don't know. So give me a comment if you know who Marcher is. Yeah, that heart rate was a little fugazi. Alright, so those 4 riders are working really, really hard, and they're still not making much progress. Only 4 seconds. This pack is working well together. I think the smart riders are probably sitting in 38 riders. Johnny Rocket's probably one of the smartest riders out there. 179 heart rate. They're coming up to the 1 lap banner. This is the trickiest part. The trickiest part is finding exactly where this finish line is. The finish line is at the end of the segment in the desert. So the segment is 30 seconds long. It will take the top riders 30 seconds to finish the segment. So there's the Rocket. He sees a move up top. Let's see if we can find his heart rate. Gavin Dempster 154. The Dart 167, which we know is very controlled for him. Draft Riders 146. So the pace looks spicy, but a lot of these guys' heart rate are still very much under control. Just relentless attacks up front, but the guys in the back are kind of just... I don't think it's taking as much out of them as it is the guys at the front. So they're trying so hard to make a gap work, and I wonder if this is going to be worth it. Okay, so there's 2. It's just so strung out, and they're not really breaking anyone. I don't know what to think of this. Keep clicking back. So once you see that bridge ahead of you, that's when you know the lap is almost complete and the finish line is coming. But I don't see the bridge quite yet. So they still have a few more seconds until this 1 lap starts, and they are dropping riders. So here's 37th place Track Mob Berlin. Mark Worthington is looking good, 168 on the back, and here's the Rocket still holding 3.5. So whenever we click the Rocket, it seems like he's able to hold some of the lowest watts per kilogram out there, which is the whole point of bike riding, I think. Okay, so everyone's recovering now. Nothing up front still. This Marcher is just absolutely relentless with his power. Okay, let's click back. Let's take a second. The Rocket's taking a breath. He knows the pace is going to let off for a sec. Let's check out everyone. Let's click back to the Bs. A lot of the A's, a lot of attacking going on. Let's click back to the Bs. Okay, so the Bs are coming up to the end of their first lap. T Wood. There's a lot less attacking and varying of the pace with the B pack. So let's click up. 45 to 47 riders left in this B pack. We have Marlene Bierhead and we have Andrew Robinson. Let's see if both of these riders Oh, we're actually clicked on the second pack. Okay. Excuse me. So we only have 30 left. Here's Andy Hatfield. Let's give him a ride on. Okay, Marlene. I see Marlene. 178 heart rate. Looking perfect. Last time we checked, I think it was 184. So heart rate is lower than earlier, which is a good thing to see. Where's Andrew Robinson? I thought I saw his name. I hope he's still in here. Just clicking around. Oh, back to the A's. Okay, I misclicked there. Let me just click back to the B's quickly. I want to see if Andrew is still in this pack. I'm looking for TFC. There he is. Oh, okay, he's here. He's here. I can't click him. It's too quick, but he's here. Okay, 148 heart rate. Wow. Andrew Robinson. Ooh, this man could be deadly at the end. He's looking fresh. 148 heart rate, 70 RPMs, holding right around 300 watts. Wow. 30 something left in this B pack. I see 4 pinks. I see 2, 4, 6 TFCs. I see 2, 4, 5 cryogens. I believe I see 3 Kirkmeyer kits. Ooh, this is going to be a spicy race at the end. I'm excited for this one. Let's click back for our last gentleman, Dave Clarkson. This is the front pack of the C's. Let's see if we can find Clarkson. Looks like they picked up a couple B's and even an A rider. Let's keep clicking back. Where is... There he is. All right, Dave is still in there, looking good in his cryogen kit. So all of our riders, all 4 of them, are still in the front packs of each of their respective groups. Dave Clarkson is a C on the bottom left. The Rocket is A in the top left. And on the right are our 2 Bs, Marlene Bierhead and Andrew Robinson. So we will check back with them shortly. You're just coming up to lap 1. So let's click back up. This is the front Bs. Just clicking through the front Bs right now. Okay, so let's check back with them right after lap 1. Let's click back up to the A's. Okay, so here are the A's. Still looks like a big pack. They're on lap 2 of 3. Like I said, this is a longer race for the A's. Below me is Johnny Rocket. He's in this pack. We're rooting for Johnny. Come on, Johnny. We're all rooting for you. Heart rate 175, RPM 76. He looks good. Let's check out his face. It looks pretty smooth. I don't see any grimaces. Nothing too bad. On the front, let's look at some heart rates. Stefan, 165, around 300 watts. Let's check out Mr. Third Wheel Martin, 162. Everyone's looking pretty smooth. We saw Greg Leo make a lot of attacks, so I wonder what his heart rate is. If he's still in this race. I don't see his name in the race, but I do see Sanjath, who's there. He's been stealthily hanging out in the back because he knows he has the dirtiest sprint out of everyone. So this Pilu guy is was DQ'd already, so we don't have to worry about him too much. Let's click down. 40 is there. 137 heart rate. Wow, that is super low. Like I've been saying the whole time, it's just flat, flat, flat. We're in the desert. 3 laps of the New Zwift course, Tock. Each lap is around 25 minutes for the A's. It'll take around an hour and 5 minutes. The B's are only doing 2 laps, and they'll finish well under an hour. So it looks like they let this Pilu rider go, which was the smart thing to do. 15 seconds ahead. Here's 40. Stefan Kirkmeyer. Okay, Greg Leo's still here. 159 heart rate. 160. Right around 250 watts. No one is going with 40 right now. 40 with a 2-second gap. But this is not the time to go. There's nothing, absolutely nothing for a lot of kilometers at this point. It's just 0%, 0%, 0%. It's so tough. He's going to have to hold this 400 watts for 5 minutes for anything to happen right here. So if I'm Greg Leo, I don't want to follow this move. This isn't the move I want to follow. But it looks like someone's getting caught off the back. I hope it's not the rocket. Let's cross our fingers while I click back. Okay, I think we're good. The rocket is up here. So I saw one red dot fall back. But again, it looks like 40 is still holding solo off the front. 3 seconds. Still at this 400 watts, 166 heart rate. I wonder how long he's going to be able to hold this. So is he going to bridge to Pilu? I don't know. I don't know if that's kosher in my book, but let's see what happens if he gets there. Cryogen on the front. He's holding less than 40. So Cryogen is at 4.3 and 40 is at 5.1. Someone's going to have to get above that number to really make some time. But nothing. Still holding this 2-second gap. And here he comes. The watts are coming down. 200. So he was at the 400s earlier. And now their watts are coming back down in the 2s. So he's letting the group catch him. I want to click Leandro because his heart rate's 164. We know he can get above 200. So he has 40 plus beats left. And we haven't seen much of him. I wonder if this is going to be the time where he's going to try to go solo. Because if anyone can win, it's going to be him. He can take a few of these guys who aren't sprinters with him. He probably has the 1 minute power above everyone else's in this pack. So it's going to be important to leverage that ability because I don't think he's going to be able to outsprint guys like Sanjath or Gavin Dempster's, you know, at 17 plus. Let's keep checking it out. Again, not much is going to go on. Let's see if we can grab the Bs. Okay, so this is what I kind of like the best because I'm a B, so I kind of know all these names. This is Marlene. I've probably done 50 races with Marlene. Otto, let's give him a thumbs up. So still 31. When we counted earlier, there was in the 30s left. 2 laps for B and C of TikTok. Marlene. I was talking to Marlene before the race. She told me she just put the kids to bed. You can see it's getting darker behind her, so I think it's nighttime. Just watching her through the desert. She usually is up. She usually does the morning race. So this is the second of 3 races throughout the day. The team celebration series. I did the earlier race about 7 hours ago, and there's still one more race tonight in 5 hours. 3 different times. Hopefully one of those times can cater to you. Let's click on Marlene. 179 heart rate. She's been in this high 170, low 180 throughout the whole race. 55 minutes we're looking at. 20 more minutes left to go. Let's see what the earlier race finished at. We're still looking at Cryogen, Kirkmayer, Dirt, and TFC. Those look like the main. So let's check out times. Okay, so the A's finished in 1 hour and 9, and the B's finished in 48 minutes, and the C's are about 54. So the B's are going to be done in about 15 minutes. So there's Marlene. We have one more B rider with us, and that's Andrew Robinson. Andrew's rocking his real life TFC kit. I saw some red. Oh, a little attack here. Who is it? It's Van Haren. We'll give him a ride on. That's a very cool jersey. I'm not familiar with that, but that's super cool. Okay, Sommerfeld is trying to grab the wheel. And there's Dean. The group is getting strung out. Is anyone falling off the back? I don't see it. Let's keep clicking back. Nope, still 31. Okay, Van Haren, it looks like is getting caught. Van Haren. Okay, still at 4.5. Alright, there's Andrew Robinson. We can see he doesn't look phased at all by this move. And let's look at Marlene. Oh, Marlene is just chilling. That was a nothing move. Alright, let me click back up to the front, and then we will come back and catch the B finish. Okay, the rocket. Perfect. There's the rocket with the green screen behind him. They just finished a little incline, and now they are back to the double downhill. They just went downhill once. They're going over the bridge right now. They'll make a right turn and then one more downhill into the tunnel. 30. I saw 34. Okay. So 34 left. Not much. Heart rate's 169s, 170s. Good question. Let's check it out. The third race is... I'm checking the comments right next to me. I have the Facebook chat open. So the third race is 21:45. So if you're in the East Coast of America and you can do the conversion to 21:45, I think that's 9:45 Eastern, which is late. It's kind of late. Again, we're just looking at the A's. This is the second race of the Team Celebration Series. This is race 1. It's a 12-week series. It's a team race. The top 3 in your team score. Right now we're watching the Dutch Diesel Racers. Or just Dutch. I might be confusing. I might be combining 2 separate teams, but I think they're wearing the orange jerseys, and I think I saw 3 of them. So it's really a team score. You're riding for your team. Top 3 of your team score. You want at least 3 guys on your team. Everyone's on zwiftpower.com. The most I saw was Team TFC. The Poison Dart Frog is still in there, but I don't see too many yellow TFC jerseys left. 40 is on the front. It looks like 40 has been on the front more than anyone in this whole race. I'm clicking back. Second lap of 3 laps. Here they are. They're coming around the home tree with Sigourney Weaver, Sam Worthington. They're gonna make a right turn. They have 1.5 more laps left, whereas the B's and the C's only have... This is the final lap. Clicking all these riders. That's what Indoor Specialist is. Ugh, sorry, just stretching it out. This is a flat course. That's what Indoor Specialist is. We're not just the A's, but we're also B's, C's, and D's. We're trying to highlight the entire spectrum of Zwift racing. It doesn't matter how fast you are. It doesn't matter what team you're on, what part of the world you're from. Look what we have going on here. 4 racers from 4 different countries in the world. All cammed in. We're watching them all suffer live. 2 B's on the right side, Marlene Bierhead and Andrew Robinson. And then on the left, we have Dave Clarkson bottom on the C. And on the top left, we have Johnny Rocket as an A. So we're showcasing everyone. We're adding another dimension. You can see the suffering in their faces. These aren't just avatars riding. These are real people pedaling their bikes, suffering alongside with you. And I'm just checking out the comments next to me. So I have the chat open. Hey, John. That's John Mastriani. He's my real life neighbor. Everyone say hi, John. But like I said earlier, this is the Indoor Specialist. We're showcasing everyone who rides indoors. So a lot of us ride for different reasons. I know I ride for the balance. My life has been, about my work and my family for so long. And Zwift has really allowed me to find me. So that's why we love it. We love the game. It's more than just a game. I'm not just playing video games. This has really changed so many of our lives. And that's why we're here. We're here to showcase other people because, like I always say, when I was spotlighted one time as a C racer, it made my entire Zwift experience so much better. So here we are, the A's. They just came out of the tunnel. That was another incline, but not much has gone on again. Dan Fleeman, he's been on the stream live. Stefan Kirkmayer has been on the stream live. A lot of these guys, we've seen them. We know they're real riders. I know Martin. We race all the time. The Poison Dart Frog, I believe he's live now. So all these guys are out there whooping ass. So huge respect to everyone out there. This was where the move was made last lap for the A's. So let me see if I can see the rocket. Yep, the rocket is working right here. So something is going on at the front. And who is in charge of this move? Is it 40 again? It's Gavin Dempster and it's 40 again. Oh, and Dan Fleeman. And then Dan Fleeman is the king of climbing. So I think Dan Fleeman knows if he wants to win the race, he'll have to make a move before the sprint finish. And I see daylight. If you look in the top right, you can see a little gap over here. So how many made it? 2, 4, 6, 7 riders have a little gap. D Smith, is D Smith going to close this gap? So he's cranking out 500 watts, 7 watts per kilogram to try to close this gap. I don't know if he's going to do it. This could be the move. Okay, here comes Marcher with an 11 watt per kilogram. Let's look at the front. Oh, the rocket. Perfect positioning, because this is a move. So if you see moves at the front, you don't want to be at the back. Greg Leo. Yeah, I think this one is going to come together again, because there are just too many names that were caught in the back, including the Dart Frog. So that's the thing. You have to make the move with the right guys, because if you don't make it, then the stronger people in this pack will pull the whole pack together. So it looks like there's a split, but in reality it's only 2-3 seconds. They're working. They're trying to make this work. 6 on the front, 5.9, 500 watts, 176 heart rate, 180 heart rate. Everyone's really working for this move. Greg Leo 176. This has to have casualties at the back, but I don't see it happening. Here's the rocket. Come on, rocket. We're all rooting for you. Come on, rocket. Come on, rocket. Get in that draft. 400 watts. He's really putting it out there. Come on, rocket. We can see him below me. He's suffering. He's out of the saddle, standing up. 183 heart rate. It looks like he's good. If I'm him, he could probably step off the gas. There it goes. Back in the 2s. Okay, sit down. Take a breath, rocket. All right. All right. He's still in there. That's just about lap 2. They'll cross the lap banner right around 45, 46 minutes. Alright, so I want to let the A's rest for a little bit and see if I can catch this B finish. Okay, let's click to the B's. So I think we have about 5 minutes until the B's finish. Okay, so the B's are going over the bridge, which means, like I said, the earlier B's finished at 48 minutes, so these guys have about 5 minutes. I want to stay on these B's. Okay, oh, I don't know. Did the rocket just shake his head? Let me just click. Okay, he's good. He's good. False alarm. Okay, let me click back to the B's. Okay, that's the second B pack. All right, let me let the game load for a second, because I will catch this B pack. Okay, here they are. All right, here are all 4 of our riders. I want to keep an eye on the 2 on the right. That's Marlene Bierhead and Andrew Robinson. You can see the B's are all mixed up with some A's, but the A's aren't finishing. This is the finish for the B's. So here's New Heights, Cataline, Dean. I'm looking for Andrew, and I'm looking for Marlene. I know they're in here. Here's Andrew. Okay, Andrew, 157 heart rate, a little higher than we're used to, but still under control. Okay, let's click back. Where's Marlene? I saw Marlene in here. I want to look for her mohawk, because I know... Oh, there she is. I can see her jersey in the game. You can see that maroon. Okay, there she is. All right, got her. So Marlene and Andrew. All right, this is going to be a showdown. So let's see. Here is Marlene right here. She's focused. She's focused, man. 185 heart rate, so she's okay. Everything's okay. Marlene, 3 minutes left to the finish line. I'm a little nervous. So let's check the numbers quickly. I know Marlene has done, I believe, 12.8 watts per kilogram for her sprint at the end, but it's not a sprint. It's going to go long. So if I click the live tab and I click the B's, it'll show me who has the best 15-second. And it looks like Alex Clare can do it in 14.3. Wow. Okay, so Alex Clare is someone to be on the lookout for. Team Cryogen. Who else can go double digits? Looks like this Van Haren can go 12. Tom Wood is another name to look out for, but no one really comes close to Alex Clare at 14 watts per kilogram. So Alex Clare, Team Cryogen, is the favorite, but we're always rooting for Marlene and we're rooting for Andrew. Let's take a peek at Andrew. Okay, there's Andrew. He looks focused. He looks super focused. Let's see if I can move his picture just a shade. Okay, there's Andrew. Okay, now he's super focused. All right, Andrew. So my man New Heights did this earlier and saw the exact finish, how it played out. So I wonder if that's going to be an advantage for him. Because, like I said, this is a brand new course. Not many riders have ridden it or raced it. Do you know when the finish line is? Can you time it perfectly? There will be a countdown screen on right here while you're riding, but it's not necessarily the best. Okay, so here's this Alex Clare, 162 heart rate. Okay, someone's going at the front because... Okay, Nellis at the front at 7.0. Is Nellis going to be able to hold this? They're still early. They're still over 1K out. Let's take a peek at Nellis. He has 1 second on Richardson. Okay, we're watching Andrew below me. Here's Marlene. Okay, there's Marlene. Okay, there's Andrew in perfect positioning. Where's Marlene? Has she made the front group? Come on, Marlene. Uh-oh, she's a little far back. I want Marlene to move up just a hair. She needs to get in that blob right in front of her. Come on, Marlene. Okay, here's Andrew. Andrew's in perfect positioning. If there's a position to be, it's right where Andrew is. Okay, there's Andrew. He's looking focused. Come on, Andrew. Okay, Alex Clare is in that perfect position also. Alex Clare with the best sprint in this pack. New Heights is on the front holding 6.1. Okay, and here's the start. 30 seconds to the finish line. Who's going to make the first move? There's Andrew. The finish line is here. No one's going. Come on, guys. Okay, here's Andy making the first move at 7.0. Here's Alex Clare with the 11. Alex Clare. Uh-oh. Richardson behind him. Richardson's in the draft, though. Alex is putting out his 14. Alex looks like he's got this. Oh, yeah. Alex Richardson, followed by Magnus, Andy Hadfield, and there's Marlene. Wow. What a finish for all those guys. Okay, let's see if... Okay. Now, this is the tricky part. I better not have just lost this race. Okay. Woo. That one made me sweat. That was the most nerve-wracking part of the whole race. Okay, so Greg Leo. Back to Greg Leo. Okay, we're at the front of the race. Do we chance it and go... Let me try this and see if we can catch my man Dave Clarkson in the C's. I gotta go for it because there's Dave. He's suffering. Okay, let's find the C's. Here's some C's. 11th place C's. Where is Dave Clarkson? Oh, I saw it. I saw the D Clarkson. He's in this pack somewhere. But it just disappeared on me. Okay, so he's coming up to the finish line. Like I said, the C's are doing 2 laps. The B's are doing 2 laps. But the A's are doing 3. That's why we're trying to catch this finish. Dave is in here. So there's a bunch of C's and a bunch of B's. This is going to be a whole discombobulated finish. But everyone's trying to get the best result they can. I saw David. Okay, so this is the B pack in front of them. Is this the second? Okay. Alright, here we are. Let's stick to this front C pack. If I see Clarkson, I'm going to click on him, but it's so hard to click and find these riders. Okay, so this is the front C pack, but there are a lot of C's and a lot of B's coming together. Dave is in here somewhere. I just can't spot him. Okay, let me check Zwift Power quickly. This group is coming up to the finish line right now. Okay, so it looks like Dave's in the second pack. Okay, there he is. Okay, so he's in the second pack. He has 2 TFC riders, 1 C and 1 B, and then also 1 C rider with him. So he's right around 20th place. Okay, so there's Dave. Looks like he fell off the C pack. So let's grab the B's. Great job, Dave. Let's grab the A's in the front. Okay, I'm clicking up. Let's check on the rocket. I hope he's still rocketing. There he is. All right. Yes. This is it, guys. The rocket is in this race. All right. The rocket, the whole platform is rooting for you, whether he realizes it or not. All of Indoor Specialists, we're getting behind the rocket. We're getting behind everyone. So if you're on the broadcast, we're getting behind you. We got the whole squad cheering for you. Send us a message. We're going to get you on the webcam. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are in the world, whether you're A, B, C, or D. I want to get you. I want to watch you suffer. I want to see it live. I want to commentate on it. We'll get you in the team series next week. I'm doing the team series every single week. So if you do this race ever, I'm going to showcase it. We're going to talk about this race every single week. So do it. Get in the A's, get in the B's, get in the C's. It doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to try to talk about you. If I know you're riding, give me a shout out and I'll tell your whole story. But we're doing it every single week at this time, 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is the first race, Team Celebration Series, celebrating the teams on Zwift. I see someone off the front. Who is it? It is 40 again. I've said the name 40 times. So he's trying to make something happen. 161 heart rate, 400 watts. It looks like this man can hold 400 watts for a long time. That's his magic number. No one's going with him though. I think this is sort of the boy who cried wolf. This is the 80th time someone's tried to make a move and no moves are happening. If you can stay in this pack, that's where it's going to be. Wait till the end to make your move because you're just kind of wasting your own ammo right now. They're on their final lap. Like I said, the first race finished around an hour and 8. So we have 15 minutes left. 15 minutes to bond, 15 minutes to talk about Zwift, 15 minutes to talk about whatever you want. I'm rocking the Dirt hoodie if you can see it. Dirt stands for Dad's Inside Riding Trainers. That's the team I'm on, but I'm here for all the teams, and that's what the Indoor Specialist is. We're people who ride indoors. You know, guys who love the game, love Zwift, love bicycle racing. So if you're around, drop me a comment. I'm watching the comments right now next to me. We could chat about anything. Yeah, that's kind of it. I think next week is Innsbruck Ring, 3 laps, and then the following week is Out and Back Again, which is one of the funnest new courses out there, Out and Back Again. You do this, which is flat, then you do the Volcano KOM, and then you do the Reverse KOM. There's something in there for everyone. It's really one of the funnest race courses out there. So Innsbruck Ring followed by Out and Back Again, and the full schedule is on indoorspecialist.com. There's a Team Celebration Series tab. You can click for all the information about this series, and then there's bios about all the different teams in this race. So each of the teams in this race is like Cryogen, Kirkmare, Dirt. All these different teams have bios and Q&As about them. So all about how they got started, all about, you know, their message, their motto. and you can click on it and you can explore the endless possibilities of the Team Celebration series. Couple red numbers. This is the second to last uphill, second to last chance to make a move. Is anyone getting caught? The rocket, 550 watts. Still looking perfect in perfect positioning. No one is getting caught off the back. Still around 30 to 32 riders in this pack. There's a rocket. Come on, rocket. Looks like he's digging deep on this one. He's doing well. He just needs to grab those wheels in front of him. Mark Worthington right in front of him. Uh-oh. Lost picture there. There we go. Going downhill. Come on, rocket. Grab those wheels in front of him right there. I do see a little gap. I'm a little worried, but Dan Fleeman is there. I don't think Dan Fleeman's going to let this get away, nor is Gakes. So I think this will come together, but I'm a little sweating right now. Come on, Rocket. Okay, he's sitting up a little bit. I think Rocket knows downhill is his forte, so he's going to be able to catch on right now. Catch a breath, 184. That's around the highest we've seen for his heart rate. So I think that's the upper end on his bound. The upper end of his bounds? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Across the bridge, one more downhill. Anyone on the front? Nothing. Still at 4 watts per kilogram on the front. BRT, ride on. Got to make sure to give everyone ride on. Stefan. Scott, will give Scott a ride on. The Dart. Still at 170. It looks like the Dart's been holding right around zone 2, zone 3 this whole time. I still want a Dart move because that's what we watch for. We watch for those Dart moves. And that's what makes it so exciting. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm just reading these comments and this is super fascinating. Sorry about the broken ribs. Yeah, so last year I was gonna ride outside once, but I decided against it. So I'm purely an indoor specialist. I think last year I did 12,000 indoor miles, and I think I did between 0 and 0.1 outdoors. I did a little riding in the driveway, so I wouldn't really say I did 0 miles, but I'll go with 0.1. So, so I was teaching my daughter how to ride a bike, and we were doing circles in our driveway. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm indoors, 5 a.m. every day. You can catch me in the basement, hanging out, bonding. Me and my wife, she's on the treadmill next to me. I am Zwifting. She tells me what to type in our group rides. So whenever I lead a group ride, it's 90% her voice that's telling me exactly what to write. But that's married life, so we have a great time. All right, something is off the front. Gavin, come on, guys. It's 40 again. It's always 40. This is crazy. All right, the Rockets picture just went out a little bit. Let's see how everyone's doing. There's Marlene recovering. Andrew on the right. Dave is there. Okay, but the Rocket is still looking good. All right, 40 on the front. They're going to make a right turn, and then it's more flat, and that's the last opportunity to have an uphill. A small gap. Is anyone going to get caught behind these D's that they're passing? It doesn't look like it. 40 and Dempster. This could get interesting because these two guys can really make some time between the two of them. So if they can work together, trade pulls, they're both pushing at 5.6, which they don't need to do. Someone needs to be on the front at 6, and someone needs to be behind them at just below 5. So they need to work not side by side. One needs to be at the front and one needs to be in the draft recovering. So there they go. 40 is getting, and 40 is doing exactly what I said. So I wonder if 40 is listening, because he's right now at 4.4 and Gavin Dempster up front is at 5.5. And this is exactly what they need to do. If they can work together and work well together, they can make some time. But there's so many cryogen riders behind them that are going to chase them. It looks like 40 is in a black jersey. There goes cryogen. Like I said, there's so many cryogen that that can chase this down, and so many TFC riders who are going to be able to chase this down. This Marcher keeps going to 0 and then 10 plus. Man, he's killing this pack. Okay, the Dart is still looking perfect. 171. I wonder if the Dart is going to rely on his sprint. I'm noticing the Dart's been doing that a lot lately. He's been sitting in a little more and trying to sprint more. So I wonder if that's a tactic or that's what his training is geared toward now. Maybe he's not in his race season or something like that. But I've been noticing he's been doing a lot more sprinting. Okay, the Rocket. Let's check back in on the Rocket. Okay, the picture's back. The Rocket moving up, 14th place in perfect positioning. This is the last uphill. This is it. This is the only shot. If you're still intact on the wheels here, you should be able to finish in the main pack. Okay, the Rocket is good. And it looks like they ate up 40 and Gavin Dempster. So I hope those two didn't work too hard. A couple off the back. Who was it? I want to see who those dots are off the back. But we did make a turn, so it's not going to show us exactly. Alright, the Rocket's looking good. Taking a sip. He's tossing the bottle. He's tossing the bottle, getting ready for the sprint. Perfect positioning. Oh, I think it was Mark Worthington, maybe. Oh, and this Jiri Cryogen. He's the one who chased down 40. So Jiri kind of did a little sacrifice for the Cryogen guys. I wonder if that was a team car thing right there. All right, there's 40. Let's move up. The Dart, 182. Dart's heart rate's getting a little higher. Who's on the front? Gakes, Kirkmayer. All right, I think we're just sitting in for a few more minutes. You see the 1% in the top right. That's going to get to 0 quickly. And now the finish should come up. Once you see that start banner for that segment, that's 30 seconds to the finish. But until then, they still have around 2 or 3 Ks left. Oh, Sanjath. This man. I know I keep coming back to him, but he can sprint so fast. He was just eked out by the Stars and Stripes this morning, but if he's feeling good right now, he's got to be the odds-on favorite. So I think Kirkmayer will do the chasing for Sanjath. Let's keep looking. Greg Leo. On the front, 172 heart rate. His heart rate's a little higher than it was earlier. Let's check on... Is Greg Leo making a move? I saw red numbers. Yeah, this might be Greg Leo's move. 176 heart rate. I don't know. That might have been a fake out. At 40 again. Oh my god, 40 with the 400 watts. This man just lives at 400 to 500 watts. 5.0 to 6.0, stringing out the pack, but I don't see any gaps quite yet. This is when the non-sprinters are going to start to get a little nervous because they know they can't win it and they have to do something. So you really want to be towards the front from now until the finish line, because these guys are going to start to get desperate and they're going to start attacking no matter what. Okay, the Rocket is good. 182 heart rate. The Rocket is on the edge right now. But he's doing so perfectly. An hour and 5 minutes into this. Still holding on to this main A pack. These are some of the toughest, fastest, most brutal A racers in all of Zwift. Okay, here we go. Not quite yet. But I want to keep an eye out for moves. I want to keep the mouse on the ready. We're watching the Rocket. He's focused. I mean, look at that face. He's so laser focused. 2.4. He's trying to get as low as he can. 200 watts, 280, 260. I mean, this is the move. Deep breaths now. Get as low as possible. Positioning is everything. It's all about positioning, positioning, positioning. Here they go. They're going to make a right, a little squiggle squaggle. I don't see any moves. I'm on the ready for when I see the red numbers start to light up. I'm ready to click, but I don't see anyone doing a damn thing. Okay, so we're an hour and 6 minutes in. They're around a kilometer out. Everyone's still together. We're watching the rocket live below us. He's suffering. He's out of the saddle. But I don't see anyone making a move. Where is the dart? Where is Dan Fleeman? Someone's on the front. Okay, Team TFC is on the front. Andy Bav. Everyone is on him. I'm not quite sure what he's doing because the whole pack is right with him. And here they go. 30 seconds left. I wonder who it's going to be. Everyone's together. It's going to be a sprint for the ages. Where's Holy oh my god. Okay. Where is Sanjath? Where is Greg Leo? There's Greg Leo. Okay, here's Greg Leo. 600 watts. He's on the front. A little too soon. Caher. Wow. 5 meters, 4 meters. No, but here comes Han from Dutch Racing. Han by Caher. Followed by Kirkmayer. Followed by Leo. Wow. And Sanjath was right in that pack. Wow. Those were names we had not predicted earlier. What a race from everyone. Phenomenal job. Awesome job by the Rocket. Whew, finished right in there in the main pack. I want to give a special shout out to the 4 riders that were here. Rocket, Clarkson, Marlene, Andrew Robertson. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. We're showcasing everyone A's, B's, C's, D's. I'll be back the exact same time next week, Wednesday, for this race. Make sure to tune in. All right, see you guys.